Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, June the 18th, and happy birthday to Leslie. Leslie is my daughter's friend, and they're celebrating her birthday today. So I decided that I was going to do the same card layout, but I was going to change stamp sets. Originally, I was going to use Splendid Thoughts. Now, this is coming up in the July to December mini catalog, and it's what we're featuring today. I do a Creativity Now later this afternoon tonight with Stampin' Up. It's a 4-hour just stamping session. It's going to be fun, and we're featuring this set, which is going to be in the July to December. It's from $1 Million Sales Achiever Mary Amar, and it's just nice little plants, flowers, bumblebees, cutouts. Okay, but since it's Leslie's birthday, I'm going to use what I think would be the most relatable stamp set to her, because I asked my daughter last night, what does she like? She likes green, she likes Popeyes, she likes plants, and there was one other thing, I can't remember, coffee. So I could use Connie Stewart's $1 Million set, Nothing's Better Than, but I thought I'll use the Plentiful Plants again. It's still in the annual catalog. I should know which page it's on, but I don't. Let me grab out the catalog so I can tell you. Let's see. Plentiful Plants is on page 63 of the annual catalog. So when you bought it last year, or when it first debuted, it was part of a bundle set. Now it's not. You still can get the dies, though. You just can't get that 10% discount when you buy the two of them together. So there it is, Plentiful Plants, page 63, distinctive stamp set, which means you gotta make sure that your stamp pads aren't overly juicy. Okay, enough talking. So now we're going to show you this card. Now this card comes from Dawn Griffith. Now everybody in Stampin' Up! World knows Dawn Griffith. She is the glitter queen, a multi talented lady. Been with Stampin' Up! Forever. I think she'd had her million a long time ago. Anyway, so this is a set that, I'm sorry, a layout that she featured on her glitter pit not too long ago. In honor of Leslie, we're going to be using Garden Green, and I believe that's Sahara Sand. I always get very, very confused with the neutrals because some of them look so close to one another. Yes, Sahara Sand. Okay. So Garden Green is going to be kind of our base card. And then Sahara Sand is going to be our layers. And then we're probably going to put some basic white in there too. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut this at 9.5 by 4 1/4. Now, yes, I know you're saying it's usually 4 1/4. This is 4 1/8. Did I say that right? 4 1/8. And the reason is with the amount of folds we're going to do. Oh, that blade. Oh, this is my older cutter. Okay. That's why it was so clean here, because it's my older cutter. It's my number 2. So I don't think I've changed that blade yet. So let me go over here and get my number 1 cutter, my first cutter, because I didn't think that cut very good. So anyway, see how there's that ridge on there? So let me go ahead and go back to that 4 1/8. By the time you fold it, oh my gosh, look, so much better. You see how it got, I have to change that blade right afterwards. See how that has scritchies, and now no scritchies. Okay, anyway, so 4 1/4 by 9.5. Now I don't think you can see my little tape down here, but that's what it is. Okay, so then don't put your cutter away yet, because we're going to score. We're going to score at 1 and 2. Then we're going to flip it around and score at 1 and 2. Now, if you want to, if you are afraid about flipping around and scoring, you would score at 1, 2, 7.5, 8.5. Okay, let's get out your bone folder. We're going to go ahead, fold that in, and then fold it back. Fold that in, and fold it back. Okay, and then you have a bunch of little, what I call mechanism pieces. I think she called them mechanisms too, because here's your basic fold of the card right now. Let's put that aside for just a second. Now you're going to do a bunch of additional, I don't know how to say it, additional little pieces, okay? And I'm going to do those. Now, Dawn did them all in the same color. I'm going to do them in the Sahara sand and then put some white on top. So I'm going to do it a little bit different than her. And I wish I had a example to show you, but I mailed, oh, I do. I was going to say I mailed them all out for Father's Day, but here's the one I made for my husband for Father's Day. So see how she has designer paper and all that? This is where I'm going to be putting the Sahara sand and then having Whisper White or Very Vanilla on top. But that is her, oops, final card. I must have glue there. So, very fun. Okay, so on these pieces here, like I said, on those, she did them all in the same color. I'm going to do a different color. So I'm going to cut 2 at 2.5 by 3. So let's see, 2.5 by 3. And then you're going to score at 3/4 and 1 3/4. So go to that 3/4 and score. And this is on the 2.5 side, sorry. And 1 3/4 and score. So see, then you have a little Z, but it's not going to match up. Don't worry, that doesn't go to the edges. It's not supposed to. At least I don't think it's supposed to. Unless hers was a little smaller down, and then I did it on the wrong side. So again, 3/4, 1 3/4. And fold it in. We'll do the little burnishing later. So we're setting those aside. Then you're going to do 2 3/4 by 3 5/8. So that's just that little mark, that medium mark after the half. Not the small mark, that's your 1/16. So there's those two pieces. And then we're going to cut 2 and, let's see, that was the 2 3/4. Now we're going to do 2 1/4. By 3 1/8. All right, and then you're going to have either your basic white or your Very Vanilla. I think I'm going to grab my Very Vanilla. And here you're going to cut 2 at 2 inches by 2 7/8. So these are going to be your layers for here. So 2 by 2 7/8. So see how those are layering on there. And then for the bigger panels, you're going to do, and this is where I get a little different than her. This is where she cut her designer paper, which we could, and I don't know, let's see. Let me see how well this looks. This is the in color designer paper from last year. This year it's going to be polka dots. But I have this, yeah, let's do that soft succulent. Yeah, we'll do the soft succulent. So we're going to do 2.5 by 3 3/8. So I'm going to go 3 3/8 this way. So that's going to be just the medium mark before your 3.5. And then 2.5. And that's going to be your panels there. Okay. And then, like she said, you're going to have a panel on the inside if you want. You also can cut a second one and have it on your back side if you want more area to cut in. But that is going to be 4 by 5 3/8. Oops, let me get that out of the way. 4. Remember, this is 4 1/8, so it's going to be 4 and 5 3/8, because the inside, what's remaining after you folded, is 5.5. So that's how you get to your normal cardstock size. So 5 3/8 is just an eighth below that. So then see, that's going to go in there. All right. All right, I think that's all the cutting. Yes, I believe that's all the cutting. Let me put this over to the side for now, but we'll see. All right, let me get all the extra pieces away, or else they will confuse me. And you know me, doesn't take much. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're not going to stamp on this. So let's go ahead and just grab our Stamp and Seal and lay those down. We might maybe cut something and put on top of that. I'm not sure. All right, so there's those two pieces. That one's a little crooked. See, I haven't pressed it down too much and it hasn't been down too long. I hate this though because it kind of bends your paper. So let me see if I can get that a little bit straighter. There, much better. Okay, we're going to stamp something on these. These are our front panels. So let's go ahead. Oh, look, I have some cutouts. That'll be perfect. So let's go ahead and stamp. Let's go ahead and do this on that one. Oh, that's going to look pretty. Look at that. Yep. All right. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to grab Cajun Craze and Garden Green. Cajun Craze, Garden Green. Here we go. Get out my piercing mat because we're going to need it. So let's go ahead, grab a couple blocks from back here. All right, so there's that, and there's, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of an angle. Nope, I'm just gonna get a bigger block. There we go. I usually don't like going too much bigger than the stamp, but I don't like any edges. All right, so let's go ahead with Cajun Craze. Let's make sure, because remember, this is a distinctive, so you don't want that stamp pad to be too overly inked, because then you won't get your distinctive look. All right, so there's that. Let's do Garden Green. Again, I want to make sure that it looks like, yep. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't look like you weren't getting that detail. It goes right on top of that plant. That's what I love about the photopolymer. You can line it right up. All right, so let's go ahead and put, oh, I shouldn't have turned that right over. Hopefully there's no wet ink there. So let's go ahead and put that on straight. Excellent. Now on this one, do we want to put a saying? No. Let's do, I've never used this one. This is like bamboo. Okay. And do I want to stay with the same color scheme? Yeah, I'm going to stay with the same color scheme. In fact, let me go ahead and take out my chamois and put these old ones on there, because now I probably have ink on my fingers, because, you know, that's what I do. All right, so now let's get, oh, I think too, there's stuff on the bottom. No, where did I put them? Did they get, oh, they are stuck on the bottom. Duh, it always happens. You know, I always said, oh, we have ghosts in our house. No, I think it's just me and my memory. All right, let me get a little bit bigger one than that. Let's see, let me get another one that size. It's a little bit bigger than I want, but we'll do it. All right, so let's do this again. Cajun Craze. Oh, let me make sure first that, yep, look at that. Very. See how that distinctive gives you different layers that way. It looks like you stamped multiple times and you didn't. And then here's the bamboo. Not sure she's a fan of bamboo, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Yep, looks good. Again, get that right where that pot is. Put it down there. Okay. I have a lot of stamps to clean off later. All right. So let's see. I think, let me get out those cutouts I already had. Because I'm thinking that might be, let's see what we have here. Nice for those panels I have. And I love, now this is, I'm thinking this is the Retired Just Jade, but it's all in the same realm. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna put that on here. And on this, I think I'm gonna use the multi-purpose glue. Multi-purpose glue, and where is my, oh my goodness. I don't know where it went to. Like this, I'm moving this whole pile over. I'm looking for my silicone mat. I can only find my one for my mirror technique. I know it's in this pile somewhere. But you know what? I'll just be real careful. How about that? I'll just be, oh my gosh. Things are falling all over the place. All right, so I'm just going to do it. This is a juicy one. I have to be careful not to have too much on there. I'm going to do it on this instead of just the silicone mat, which I have to find. Oh, I think I have it inside my kit I have ready for tonight's stamping. That's why it's not here on my table. Yes, I'm actually prepared. I have my whole little kit together for this afternoon, tonight's session. And then let's do this. I don't want to have hardly any glue that's going to squish out. So I'm just putting little dots at those connectors. And this is a trick someone told me, is if you keep your finger there, that you won't get your fingers all greasy, glued. Now this is going to hang off the edge, but I'm not very worried about that. And you know what? I kind of need to weave that in. I'll probably have to re-glue that. There. And then let's go ahead and put a basic metallic adhesive dot on. Oh my goodness, lots of dead air time. Sorry guys. Grab one of those and put it right there. All right. The other panel, I don't know if I'm going to do anything on that. Let me see, and I'm worried now that I did that. I may have to cut off. Where's my snips? I'm gonna cut off that little tassel. There wasn't any glue on it anyway. There. That way it doesn't hang off. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I have the right thing cut out for this. See, that's not it because that's round. But guess what? We can make it work if we wanted to. Again, with your little snips. You just go along that line. There you go. Look, now it works. All right, let's put another one of those. Let's put the big one on that one now. Nope, I don't like that because it's basic white and it looks very bright compared to everything else because everything else is on very vanilla. So we'll use another one just like this. And maybe on this one I'll glue that down, but I'll pop this up. Let me see which way I had. I think I cut more on the one side than the other. Yep. So let me go ahead and flip that over. There. I'm going to go ahead and put a little, oh, that's a lot. I'm just trying to put just little dots because I don't want it to squish out from under. Yes, technical term, squish. And so I don't have to pick it up quite yet. I'm going to go ahead and just lay that down on top. And then let me take some minis. Oops, too far over. You want to have it kind of near the edge. I have glue on my fingers. You knew that was going to happen. Oh. All right, let's put that over the top. I didn't quite cut that great, but let me go ahead. There. All right. Now that was more fussing than you usually do, but Leslie's worth it. All right, so then these are going to go back in that little holder. I have to remember to go pick up all those stamps that fell off my area over here. All right, let me move this all over. Cleanup will be later. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, oh, let's stamp the birthday greeting. Now, there's not really a good birthday greeting in here. There is, but I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab my favorite Biggest Wish. This is still in the annual catalog too. Let me see where it is. It is page 40 of the new annual catalog. Oh my goodness. And there it is. Beautiful. I love it. It's a good sentiment. It's a little bigger, so it works good for something like this. So I'm going to say, happy birthday. And I think I'm going to do it in the garden green. Let me get out. So this, I want to try to get lined up and then have this also lined up. So I'm putting this upside down, stamp side down, and then I'm lining the block up just so it's somewhat straight. We all know though it probably won't end up that way when I stamp. Okay, again, photopolymer, so we need our piercing mat. All right, so let's get that straight. I have this, I don't know if you can see the top, I'm looking through. That does look really crooked though. I'm not gonna follow that. Oh, okay. And then if I wanted to, because it has that beautiful friend, I could put friend here, but I'm not going to. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp and seal right here. And that's going to go on the inside here. Make sure we have our little layer that we want, our little edge. Close this up before I make a mess. Okay, so now let's go back to our mechanisms. So what's going to happen here is this is going to go like this. Wait, let me think. I gotta think how she did it. This gets on here. Yes, I'm sorry. So this is going to go like this, but it's going to get covered up. So you're going to have this and this. I believe that's right. I'll have to rewatch the video. And if not, guess what, people? Go ahead and go out there and look at it yourself. Because I thought it was like this. Oh, I think it is like this. Yes, it's like this. It hides behind there. So then this will go here to cover that up. And your small panel will go here. All right. So you're going to go ahead. I tried this with the seal. I like it better with the multi-purpose glue because you could move it around. Because you want to make sure that you have it in and you have it at the bottom. All right, hold it for a sec. There you go. And you're going to put here, because here's your panel now. It's also going to be at the bottom. So you don't want to put it on that whole panel. You just want to go kind of up to where that guide is. And again, all the way to the bottom. I kind of like standing it up. That way I know it's at the bottom. And then this goes right there. See, since it all blends in. Oh, there we go. But I'm going to go over a little bit so I cover up some of that mechanism. All right. So I'm just going to put on this panel. That's a good reason to use the glue, because you have a little wiggle room. I probably should have done a little backgroundy technique there, but can't do it now. All right, so on this, you're going to have it the opposite way. So again, and yeah, you are going to see that if they actually look at it like that, if they look like that, they're way too curious. So again, let's go like this on the back side. Make sure it's all the way down and in that corner. Hold it for a second. And then, I think I did that one differently. No, I didn't. All right. So then go here. Again, this is just going to be, I think that's the one that's not so full. Let me go ahead and grab this. Yeah, this is the full one, you can tell. I don't want it to splooch out all over Leslie's card. That would not be good. I definitely can tell this is the full one. I'm going to have to put a needle in there. So let's go back to this one. If not, I'll switch over to Stamp and Seal. All right. Make sure it's right side up. Lay it in there. Make sure it's all the way down. So it's all lined up. All right. There we go. Give it a second so it's completely, and then we're going to go on that flap. Remember, I like closing this all the way up, so I make sure I do it on the right edge. Oh, okay, see, I did that on the wrong edge. Oh, no, I didn't. Because you want to make sure that it's all on your card front still. Because this way I'll fit in an envelope. It's a little thick to mail. Not gonna lie. A little thick to mail, but so worth it. Look at that. So when it closes up, and then you open it up, and there you are. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Let me take it down. I'm going to take this down. Hopefully this isn't put everything in cattywampus. But see how it stands up then? So cute. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. And Leslie, happy